Hello everyone, this is Miron and welcome to the new video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are going to create a complete forgot password system in Java using MySQL database. So without further any more explanation, let's do it. Open up any IDE that you use. I am going to use netbean IDE. Go to file, click on new project, select Java, Java application and then click next. Give the name of the project and then click finish. Now we are going to create a jform application, so that we need to add new jform. So right click over our project, click on new and then click on jframe forms, and here goes class name like forgot and then click finish. Make sure that the class name start with capital letter forgot. Now extend that form. Now from the palettes, drag and drop some labels like 2 labels and then some text field and then button and then another label. Now here goes username, here goes password, and expand that text field little bit. Now we need to change the variable name like txt user. Here goes txt pass and delete that text and button text to login and label 3 text to forgot password. Now we just create the simple login form, and when the user click this forget password, the new window need to be opened, or user need to be redirect to the new window where they can enter their email, so that we can send the resetting code in their email inbox. So in order to do so, we need to add another jframe form. So here goes send code and then click finish. Now in the same way, drag and drop some labels and text box and then button, and here goes text field, here goes another text field and then to button. Now change the label text, here goes enter email, here goes verify code, and let me expand this text box so is to this one and change the variable name like here goes txt email, here goes txt verify. You can also delete this text and button, here goes send and here goes verify code, or only verify, whatever you like. Now in this form, user enter their email and click this send button, and when the user click this send button, we are going to send a resetting code in their email inbox, and when the user check their email and enter that code in this text field and click verify code, we need to check whether the user entered the exact same resetting code that we sent in their email or not. If the user entered the exact same code that we sent in their email, we need to display another form in which user can reset their password, or if the user entered the wrong code, we need to display message saying that the code is wrong. So when the user click this verify code, we need to display another form, means we need to add another form. Here goes reset and here drag and drop some labels and text field, and then button. Now change the label text. Here goes new password, and then here goes verify password, and expand this text box, text field, whatever you call it, and change the variable name. Here goes txt reset pass, and here goes txt verify br reset pass. Now you can delete this text, so and change the button text. Here goes reset. Now we just completed the designing of all forms. Now we are going to write the code. So go back to forgot.java class, and first of all we need to create a database in MySQL. So run your server application, and then open any browser, go to localhost, and then php myadmin. Username is root, default username is root, password is empty. Click go, and then click on new. Here goes, and then click create. Number of columns is 2. Here goes table name, and then click go. Now here goes username, here goes password, data type is varchar, data type varchar, length 50, here goes 50, click save. Now in order to log in into an application, we have to have some data in our database. So we need to insert some data. Click on insert. Here we are going to write the username. That is, we are going to use an email. And then password like easy one, run, and then click go. Now go back to NetBeans, double click that login button. In order to connect this application with the database, we need to use some predefined classes. So declare or define that classes inside the class. So here goes connection con is equal to null, result set rs is equal to null, and another one prepare statement pst is equal to null. Now we need to import, so click that line and then click alt and enter from your keyboard and then enter. Similar process. In order to connect this application with the MySQL database, we need to use some library, that is MySQL connector for Java. So expand that library folder or directory, right click, add jar/folder, and select your MySQL connector for Java. You can download this connector from mysql.com, or I'll give the link of that downloadable file. The link is in the description. Select that jar file and then click open. Now go back to design, double click that login button, and inside that login button we are going to write the code. I am going to define one variable, and inside that variable we are going to store the database select query. So string query is equal to select all from our table name, where username is equal to what and password is equal to what. It's always a good practice to use try and catch exception handling while you are working with the database. So here I am going to use try and catch exception handling. So first of all we need to connect this application with the database. So connection is equal to driver manager dot get connection, and here goes the connection stream. JDBC MySQL localhost in our database name, that is forgot pass Java, in our PHP myadmin username and password, that is default is root, and then password is empty or null. And here you can see on report exception SQL, so alt and enter, catch block will automatically edit. So here we need to pass the query to the prepare statement. So pst is equal to con dot prepare statement, and here goes query, already been there. Now we need to take the input from the user, so pst dot set string, and here goes property 1, that means this question mark is replaced by this property 1, and here goes txt user dot get text. Similar process, we need to take the input, that is password, from the user, so pst dot set string, here goes property 2, and here goes txt pass dot get text. Now we need to execute this query, and we are going to store the executed query result in some variable, that is in result set. So rs is equal to pst dot execute query. Now we need to check if rs dot next means if the user enter value is matched with the row that is stored in the database table. What we need to do is we need to display the message to the user saying that so message dialog, and we are going to display the message to the user like login successfully. Otherwise else you can simply copy this and it, and here credentials are not matching or username or password do not match. Now go back to the design. After running this application, when the user move their mouse pointer to this forgot password, we need to change from this pointer type to another type, that is hand type. So we need to create an event, right click, events, and mouse motion, and here goes mouse moved, and here we are going to write this label name is let me see it, label 3. You can copy this label 3. Now inside that event, label 3 dot set cursor, and there goes cursor dot get predefined cursor, and here goes cursor dot hand cursor. Now go back to design. We need to do one more thing. So right click over forgot password, events, and then mouse pressed. And here when the user click that forgot password, we need to display another form, that is this send code form. So here I'm going to create the object of this send code class. So send code sc is equal to new send code, and here I'm going to write this dot set visible to false and sc dot set visible to true. Means when the user click this forgot password, this login form will be closed and this sendcode.java file or class will open. So go back to that sendcode.java class, and here user enter their email and click that send button. When the user click that send button, we need to do two things. That means we are going to generate a random number in Java and send that random number to email inbox, and second one is we are going to send an email. So double click that send button, and here what I am going to do is I am going to write a long code. First of all, let me define one variable inside the class so that we can store the generated random number in this variable. So int random code, and scroll down and go to the clicking event of that button, and here first of all I am going to use the random class. Random rand is equal to new random, and we need to import this class, so alt plus enter, and here random code is equal to rand dot next int, and the bound is 999999. It means we are going to generate a random number from 0 to 999999. And here we need a host, so string host is equal to, we are going to send an email through Gmail, so smtp.gmail.com, and we need to define the user from which we are going to send an email to the user. So user is tsn email sender at gmail.com, and we also need to provide the password of this email, so pass is equal to, let me see the password. Now we need to take the input from the user, that means we are going to send this generated random code to that email. So string 2 is equal to txt email dot get text. Now we need to specify the subject, so string subject is equal to resetting code, and we need to set the message, so string message is equal to your reset code is that generated random number, so random code. We have one class, that is property class. Pros is equal to system dot get properties. We set the session debug to false here. We need to import this class, alt enter, and here pros dot put, and here goes mail dot smtp dot start tls dot enable to true. Pros dot put, here goes mail dot smtp dot host, and here goes host that we defined earlier. Here you can see host. Pros dot put, and here goes mail dot smtp dot port. We need to specify the port. Generally 587 is used in order to send an email. Pros dot put, here goes mail dot smtp dot authorization to true. Let me scroll down, and here goes pro dot put, and here goes mail dot smtp dot start tls dot required to true. I think this video is pretty much long, so I will see you in the second part, guys.